Rolling blackouts across the state as NPPD facing a strain on electrical usage. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Nebraska Public Power District is asking wholesale and retail customers to take steps to conserve energy as the polar temperatures covering our state and much of the country are placing continuing strains on power supplies. NPPD spokesman Mark Becker says taking steps to reduce electrical usage through at least Wednesday will help mitigate the risk of potential widespread and longer-lasting outages, not only in our state, but across the Southwest Power Pool, of which NPPD is a member. Locally, here in the 7 a.m. hour, power outages started hitting here in Scottsbluff County, causing traffic issues along Highway 26. Area law enforcement officers were out directing traffic at some of the major intersections while stoplights were out of service. Now, Becker tells KNB News that several factors are impacting the situation, including a spike in demand for natural gas and a lack of wind generation, especially coming from Texas.
I think what it is that they are iced up more than anything, and when they're iced up, they just don't run. In our just looking at our wind farms today, we aren't generating anything. And I think it's mainly basically lack of fuel, no wind.
Becker tells us NPPD is meeting in-state demand with the Cooper Nuclear, Gerald's Gentleman, and Sheldon power stations running at near maximum capacity, and the Beatrice natural gas power is adding to the supply. He says even the Kennedy Power Station in Lexington, which has not been used since 2012, is now generating electricity at the request of the Southwest Power Pool. Well, the Alliance City Council had an emergency meeting tonight, and the lone agenda item was to consider revoking the interview invitation with city manager finalist James Thomas. Last week, Thomas and Jeff Hexel were announced as two possible choices for the vacancy and were scheduled to visit on Thursday. Thomas has been serving as the city manager for Claremont, Oklahoma since 2012, while Hexel, who is still scheduled to visit this week, is a city administrator out of Hood River, Oregon. City officials did not divulge why Thomas's interview invitation was revoked. Well, coming up after the break, a little bit warmer out there today. Bill Boyer's in with your Tuesday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season, Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Dealing with cloudy to mostly cloudy skies through the evening hours. Notice these temps are well above zero tonight. We're going to stay on the milder side of things overnight tonight as the warm-up continues. Temps are still going to be below normal though, so keep your expectations down a bit, but they're heading upwards. A windy weekend comes our way and we see no big storms out there on the horizon. Yesterday, after that tide record low again at 20 below zero, we got up to 7 Remember this normal high, 44 degrees. That's our normal. That's where we're going to shoot for and eventually get back to. That sounds downright balmy right now, doesn't it? 79/100ths of an inch of moisture. We're well over a half an inch above normal for the region. Well, here we go this morning. These were yesterday's observed low temperatures. This shows you how cold things were yesterday throughout the day. Again, we ended up with 20, 25 below zero, 32 below there in Gordon. Yesterday's low temperatures. Fast forward to this morning, while it was still cold, noticeable improvement out there. A few pockets stayed above zero, single digits below zero for most of us, and 12 below in Valentine. Right now, we've got the coldest air off to the east of us. It's 0 in Hastings, below 0 in Norfolk. Single digits as close as North Platte and McCook. Valentine also in the single digits. Ogallala at 9, Gordon at 9. A swath of some teens, upper teens here in the Scottsbluff area, and then 20s here from Kimball up through Lusk and back over into the eastern plains of Wyoming. Winds are lighter today than they were yesterday. Still enough to drop wind chills below zero, but not as cold as what we've been experiencing, and they won't be as cold overnight. We still do have some wind chill advisories in effect through tomorrow at 11 a.m. This is for the eastern counties of the Panhandle into the Sand Hills. And as we zoom out, remember these went all the way from Nebraska, actually from Canada, clear down to Mexico. They've been trimmed quite a bit to just here in the immediate area. So again, we're starting to see an improvement of the wind chills and the dramatic cold temperatures out there across the high plains and really across the whole middle part of the country. Getting on the bus tomorrow at 12 degrees. That's warmer than our highs have been the last several days. And on the way home at about 30. Again, if we get on the right side of that frontal system, that makes all the difference in the world. A few light snow showers across the area tonight. We don't expect much out there. It's going to be overcast. It won't take much to squeeze out a snow flurry or two, but temps are going to be milder off to the west. Again, we're mostly in the teens, single digits for the central part of the region, and then below zero off to the east of us. For tomorrow, we're going to have a good deal of clouds in the morning, and then partly cloudy skies through a portion of the afternoon. And again, we'll see a few hit or miss clouds. A little better concentration of snow over here just off the mountains in eastern portions of Wyoming. It's going to be otherwise just a generally partly to mostly cloudy day, but look at temps tomorrow well into the 20s and 30s here all across our region. Most of us in the 20s, maybe a low 30 snuck in here or there. Precip over the next 36 hours, pretty minimal. Again, maybe enough that you'll see a flurry. Everything should be less than an inch, with the exception of right around Cheyenne, maybe enough to pick up an inch or two there. Cloudy, not as cold tonight. Can't rule out a flurry or two. Lows down around 10. Tomorrow, how about 31 with mostly cloudy skies? That's the downfall. We will have more clouds tomorrow than we did today, but temps about the same. And on Thursday as well, more sun returns back to near 30. We go above freezing Friday, Saturday with temps in the 30s. It looks like maybe a few late day snow showers Saturday, and then some windy conditions there Sunday, Monday, but it will dry out and warm up. We're looking at the low to mid 40s, finally getting back to maybe near normal as we get into early next week. Normal temperatures again in the mid 40s for this time of year.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Having windows and patio doors installed by Renewal by Andersen is literally a red carpet experience. We treat your home like it is ours. We focus on the details. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors fit right, they keep the outside out, our 20-year warranties and great financing options are second to none. Our installers are very well-trained local experts at proper installation. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors, great products installed by great people. Contact us. Let's talk about your project.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Welcome back. Unified Command announcing 81 new COVID-19 cases in the Panhandle since last reporting on February 8th. Those new cases include 23 in Scottsbluff County, 21 in Dawes County, 6 in Morrill County, 5 in Grant, 4 in Box Butte and Kimball counties, 3 in Banner, and 1 new case in Sheridan County. Additionally, there remains 11 deaths pending verification from the state. PPHD Director Kim Engel says despite continual drops in case numbers, the risk dial remains well into the orange high category.
We've had some comments about, gosh, it seems like it takes a lot longer to go down than it did to come up. And again, we look at the previous 3 weeks of data, and what's keeping us in the orange right now is the positivity rate is still high, which means those tests that are positive compared to the total number of tests that have been taken. So part of it could be not as many people are getting tested, and then also the community spread.
Well, Scottsbluff Fire Chief Tom Shingle will be asking council members to consider to keep the former senior center building rather than sell it. In a letter dated February 11th, Shingle says that since the center was vacated in December, firefighters have been able to log nearly 70 personnel hours of training that would not be able to be performed at the station. He says the site is truly not ideal for training, but it does serve as an additional storage site for Scottsbluff Fire, the Community Emergency Response Team, and Parks and Transportation Departments. Shingle said he'd prefer the city to keep the property as a site for those entities that could continue utilizing it, adding that its location limits disruption to residential neighborhoods. The council will consider Chief Shingle's request and also decide whether to go forward with a proposed appraisal of the building if they opted to consider selling the property. And the Leeds Scottsbluff Library is considering going fee-free for overdue items. Library Director Erin Ashenbrunner says she will ask the Scottsbluff City Council this evening to sign off on the proposal. She says the American Library Association has passed a resolution recognizing late fees and fines as a form of social inequality. She adds that fines create adverse relationships between staff and patrons, prevent patrons from accessing other library resources, and studies show that eliminating late fees results in a higher rate of overall return rate. Ashenbrunner also notes that the Scottsbluff Library already has 2 fine-free days each week and have been waiving the majority of late fees due to COVID. Fines would still be assessed for lost or damaged items. Well, straight ahead, Shamila Guzman in with a check-in on Ag News. She'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The Wyoming Area Office of the Bureau of Reclamation announced the February snowmelt runoff forecast for the North Platte River Basin, indicating the spring snowmelt runoff will be below average. Michael Fulham, the Bureau Branch Chief of Water and Civil Works, gives us a rundown on Semino.
Estimating that there'd be approximately 480,000 acre feet coming from that's going to be coming into Semino. And so that's well below average, but when you take into consideration the inflows into Semino as well as like the Sweetwater River and some of the local gains that we get into our reservoirs, combined with the water that we already have in our reservoirs, we're staying above the 1.1 million acre feet limit that we're typically targeting to try and get over. Or as far as the year this year it's going to be close.
Fulham says conserving water will be a good idea, but on Friday morning, the basin above Semino was looking good.
We're looking anywhere from 75 to 80% of normal with the snowpack. And as everybody knows, that in the North Platte Basin, snow contributes quite a bit, but so do the spring rains. And so we're just going to kind of wait and see what the next few months bring us. But currently, we're looking in decent shape, but we are keeping an eye on it because we are still below average for the snowpack.
Fulham says, based on current projections for the months of May, June, and July, the releases out of Semino Reservoir are expected to peak at around 1,700 CFS, with releases from Guernsey in the 3,000 to 5,200 CFS range.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the VIAERO family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at VIAERO.com or your nearest VIAERO store. VIAERO Wireless, keeping you connected.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
And finally tonight, the family of a longtime Scottsbluff orthodontist is partnering with the Oregon Trail Community Foundation to help fund a scholarship for students aspiring a career in the dental field. The Dr. John A. Desinfants Memorial Scholarship is for students working to become a dental hygienist, dentist, oral surgeon, or orthodontist. A total of 4 scholarships totaling $12,000 are available, and interested parties can find out more information by going to otcf.org. Application deadline is April 1st. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you here next time.